Welcome to Query Reporting, where we're discussing queries. What are they? How do you create them? And how can you utilize them in an application? Well, first of all, what is a query? It's a question. A question like, how many rows of data do we have? And how can we analyze that data? Or what is the input inside of our database? And how can we extrapolate that data for our leadership to take a look at? So the next part is, how can we create one? Well, a simple way is utilizing what we call a SQL statement. So a SQL statement basically is, give me all the rows of data from a specific table. So here's what it looks like. If I come here, I can say select all the rows of data from this table. And if I run it, it comes back and gives me what it looks like, a spreadsheet, columns and rows. Well, here's an example of that right here. I'm looking at a spreadsheet with columns and rows. You see, a query is nothing more than an extraction of information from a database. A database is made up of columns and rows that relate to one another. So, how can we utilize a query within an application? Let's take a look at one in PeopleSoft. So in PeopleSoft, I have the ability to create a query and then run it, and it will show me that SQL script. So here, let's take a look. If I create this query based on a record, let's say country, I'll add that record to my query. I'll select a field that gets turned into a column, and then I'll see, here's that SQL script I was talking about. And if I run it, there's my rows of data. Looks just like a spreadsheet. So as we said, a query is nothing more than a question. We can create one using a SQL statement that says, give me all the rows of data from a table. And then lastly, we can apply it by running a query against a database or a application like PeopleSoft. My name is Mark Chambers, and thank you for your time.